2018 Toyota Mirai Review. The 2018 Toyota Mirai is often a fuel cell electric car that could be recharged in a short time span with hydrogen. If you have been looking to stop burning standard fuels for transportation, nevertheless, you don't choose the driving range and recharging points during the battery electric cars being sufficient, the 2018 Toyota Mirai can be perfect. Hydrogen fuel cell vehicles, for example the Mirai, convert pressurized hydrogen into electricity utilized to drive a power motor. Because they are electrically powered, there won't be tailpipe emissions. Yet having its tanks brimming with hydrogen, the Mirai could go about 300 miles, which can be more than a lot of similarly priced battery electric cars, and you could fill it up for a hydrogen refueling station in a few minutes. The main issue is the fact while you can easily refuel a Mirai with hydrogen, lacking filling stations will curb your wish for one. For 2018, you will discover just a couple of stations in California and none within the rest of the country. Also, with seating for 4 without fold-down rear seats, the Mirai will not be the best to see relatives use. What's new? The Toyota Mirai returns with the 2018 model year unchanged from 2017. Toyota made purchasing Mirai easy. Aside from 6 exterior color choices and a couple of interior color options, there isn't any other options or trims available. Trim levels and features. Sales in the 2018 Toyota Mirai are limited to California since the Golden State will be the only state which has a hydrogen refueling infrastructure sufficient to complement a reasonable driving pattern. As a hydrogen fuel cell car, the Mirai is usually a laboratory on wheels. Toyota is limiting the creation of Mirais with a relatively number, so all Mirais will likely be equipped identically, with merely one trim level with no options. It comes pretty well equipped, though. All Mirais have keyless ignition and entry, blind spot monitoring with rear cross-traffic alert, adaptive cruise control, parking sensors, a navigation system, premium audio, 8-way power adjustable, and heated seats as well as a heated tire. It's plenty comfortable. The fuel cell electric powertrain develops 151 horsepower and 247 pound-feet of torque. The EPA provides the Mirai a 66 miles per kilogram of hydrogen mpkg estimate. The Honda Clarity fuel cell rates 67 mpkg. About the Mirai's real-world fuel efficiency within our Mirai long-term test. Trim tested. Each vehicle typically can be purchased in multiple versions, although trim levels share many aspects. The S on this review depend on our full test with the Toyota Mirai. Driving. There's nothing wrong remembering what the Mirai drives in case you stay within its green car mission. There's decent pickup off of the line, and its electric propulsion technique is as smooth as blended yogurt. Push it a tad too hard, however, plus the hard, skinny tires find it hard to keep up. Acceleration. There is good pickup away from the line due to electric drivetrain's immediate torque delivery. But it never quite feels quick, as demonstrated by its 8.8-second run from 0 to 60 miles per hour, chalk it up with a hefty curb weight of 4.097 pounds. Braking. We measured a typical 4-on F130-foot 600 miles per hour panic stop as a result of skinny, low-drag tires plus the aforementioned weight. The brake pedal feel is fairly intuitive in normal driving, until someone cuts you off and you also must act fast, at which the response gets jumpy. Steering. The steering weight feels about right, neither too light nor overweight. The Mirai generally goes where it's pointed straight away, nonetheless it lacks the feedback that lets a person know exactly just how much to turn the wheel to carve the intended path. Handling. The Mirai feels coordinated and balanced in daily use, and it's easy to maneuver in tight places. But it starts to feel like a huge and somewhat narrow car on not very grippy tires in the event you quicken the pace. Better to stop in a big hurry. Drivability. Direct drive electric propulsion means acceleration is seamless with zero shifting. It just goes and goes. Not terribly quickly, you recognize, but very smoothly. Comfort. Reminiscent of the last generation Toyota Avalon, the Mirai has comfy seats and delivers a reasonably smooth ride. Most in the time it is a quiet spot to pass the miles, using the exception like a few odd, and fairly unobtrusive, background noises in the fuel cell. Seat comfort. The handsome front seats are nicely sculpted and provides 8-way power adjustments, nevertheless the backrest could figure to have more give. The comfy rear seats are individual buckets that has a console armrest involving. All 4 seats have two-stage seat heaters. Ride comfort. The Mirai offers a smooth, however, not plush ride. Drive over some rough pavement, therefore you'll notice busy body motion here and there. It's generally pleasing, but it really could stand a bit more polish. Noise and vibration. The electric motor is extremely quiet, nevertheless the fuel cell and regenerative braking systems do generate occasional odd clicks and keening noises. Tire and wind noises there in moderateness that will pass unnoticed by most. Interior. At first, the Mirai seems as spacious to be a Toyota Avalon, nevertheless it is narrower. The audio and tracking devices are fine. Even so, the gauges and climate controls are actually designed to reinforce the Mirai's futuristic image for the expense of simplicity. The fuel cell system limits trunk space, too. Simplicity of use. The touchscreen navigation audio product is easy to use as a consequence of volume and 2 knobs, plus it responds quickly to touch commands. But its touch-sensitive climate temperature sliders and Prius-like central gauges are questionable. Getting and jetting out. The widely opening doors are inviting, and yes, it isn't essential to duck low to climb in at the start. The story is significantly the same for the back seat passengers, nevertheless the roof does slope down somewhat more back there. Roominess. You'll find ample head and legroom inside front seats, nevertheless the cabin does feel a tad narrow on the hip and elbow. Rear legroom is reasonable, but headroom sets out to feel tight for anyone taller than 6 feet, and you would discover only 2 rear seats. Visibility. The slender roof pillars, low door glass and rear 3/4 windows lead to good forward and side visibility. A high cowl causes it to become hard to start to see the front in the car, but a minimum of front and rear parking sensors plus a rear view camera are standard. Quality. It's nicely assembled, though the interior materials and general fit and complete look like the $32,000 car it may be if it were built with a gasoline engine, not the $60,000 one it is because from the fuel cell hybrid electric drivetrain. Utility. Limited small item storage, an average-sized trunk without pass-through inside the back seat increase the risk for Mirai better suited for moving people and stuff. Small item storage. There isn't any front center console storage, so you'll want to use the modestly sized glove box and small door pockets to hold your stuff. There is often a rear console box, though. Cargo space. The trunk is moderately sized, however the rear seats usually do not fold down where there is no pass-through. What you see is all you get. Technology. The Mirai is included with driver assist features, a JBL speakers, navigation, and Toyota's own in-tune system. This strategy is Toyota's clunky version of smartphone integration.